Semi-Bespoke 5 by Dua Fragrances. So just to kind of run the box by you guys, you can see we have the logo on the front, the logo on the back, Dua Fragrances on the bottom with Extrait de Parfum on the side. Now if we open up the box, here it kind of tells you thank you for purchasing and just kind of what they're about. So overall, a pretty nice box, pretty nice presentation, simple but nice. So now the bottle, 30 milliliter bottle, which is the only option offered by Dua Fragrances. You got the nice little plastic clear cap on here, nothing crazy, something simple, pretty snug, as you can see. You have a little graphic image in the background with the logo on the front. On the side, it states the name of the fragrance, which is Semi-Bespoke. This happens to be number 5, an original creation. I think it's pretty nice. So now talking prices real quick. Dua Fragrances are going to range anywhere from $50 to $125. So $125 is going to be the bundle packages. You're going to save $5-10 bucks. Really, you're not saving much. It's not much of a sale. But the thing about Dua Fragrances is they are always running some sort of coupon code, whether it's, for example, for the holidays, it was Dua 30, 30% off your entire order. Could be 1 frag, could be 2 frags. Now, if you're looking for an even better price, you have Dua Fragrance Lovers, the Facebook group. If you go check out that group, you are going to see a lot of partials, and their partials happen to run cheap. Even if they're just missing 1 to 2 sprays, I see a lot of $40 bottles, $40 bottles, $50 bottles. A lot of people buy, sell, and swap. So now Semi-Bespoke 5, and I don't remember exactly the amount of bottles they sold, but the owner, he specifically created this because of an unfortunate passing of another member of our fragrance community. And he had donated $3,000, which he collected from these fragrances, and donated the whole $3,000 to his funeral. Awesome thing to do, beautiful. Now, getting in the scent. So I sprayed this on the other day before going to work. I walked outside, noticed I forgot my belt. So naturally I turned around to get inside to get my belt, and bam, it just hits me out of nowhere. An abundance of warm honey. Literally came out of left field and just bloomed like a flower. But one minor detail that I forgot, I'm kind of backtracking here. When I did first spray this, upon opening spray, I will say I did immediately regret it. There was just this cleaning solution type of vibe and scent to it, and I immediately just did not want it on me. But it changed within like literally a minute max. Now at this point, 7 minutes later, I'm on my way to work, and I'm thinking, I don't really smell anything. I smell my wrist, I smell a little bit of something. I smell my shirt, I smell a little bit of something, but I'm not really getting any projection. I'm not getting a scent trail. I always keep my window cracked a little bit, whether it's rain, summer, winter, fall, whatever. I'm not picking anything up. Everything has pretty much seemed to have died down already within just that 7 minutes, and it's like a 1 foot subtle projection. So now upon smelling it directly, I get some oud here. It's not too much. It's actually pretty well balanced, and it's mixed well because I'm getting some incense with it as well. The oud is basically just a splash accompanied with some incense, and frankly, it's all right. Now, dead in the center, I get some mint. Not a fan of mint notes. Now on top of this mint, my nose is starting to pick up an orange note. I'm like, all right, this is cool, this is nice. It's light, it's sweet, it's subtle, it's smooth, and it's not citrusy. It's obviously a citrus, but it's just not too citrusy or to the point where like, oh, this is citrusy. Now that we're getting into the mid dry down, this is when everything starts to take a turn. What my nose picks up, could pass off as a cumin note. Kind of spicy with a little bit of smokiness and some woodsy notes. It's just starting to get heavy. And to be honest, I'm reminded of Homage Fate Man. This is not to say that Homage Fate Man and Semi-Bespoke 5 are the same or necessarily similar. They just happen to have this certain characteristic about it. When I tell you about that cumin note, that's like the vibe that I'm getting, and that's just what pops into my mind. Homage Fate Man, if I had to compare the two, is going to be super heavy cumin bomb, like to the max. That's going to be the older brother, and Semi-Bespoke 5 is going to be the younger modern brother. Same culture, two different upbringings. When I think of this scent, if I had to put it into an image, I think of a desert or a village at night. The mint being the cool night, the incense representing the desert and the village cultures, and the honey and the oud being the luxury of those cultures. And on top of all this, I noticed that I received a metallic type of scent. And that's when I think there's liquor as a note in this scent. And that is 100% that metallic type of vibe that I'm receiving. That's the liquor. And now, 3 hours later, for the final dry down, the tobacco is more obvious now. And on top of all that, the cinnamon is really starting to become a little bit more obvious to my nose now. But at the end of it all, that whole mix to me just smells like cigarette butts or cigarette butt water, just kind of like Versace Oufrage. The combination sounds great, but to me personally, this is going to be a hard pass. And overall performance, it's below average and it's very weak, with projection being the weakest, scent trail following right after being just as weak, and I'd say longevity was probably its best attribute in performance, and even that wasn't very great. As for notes, we're going to have honey liquor, Cuban cigar, vanilla, saffron, labdanum, anise, Thai oud, guaiac wood, sandalwood, and a touch of incense. There you have it. That's my opinion on Semi-Bespoke 5. Don't be afraid to try it out yourself. Like I said, you got nothing to lose. Do your research.